From racist representations to hidden stereotypes, debunking Drive Who Racism. Episode titled Debunking Drive Who Racism, The Hidden Stereotypes Revealed. Today we are shining a light on the elephant in the room for many a Wovian, and that's the elephant-sized problem of racism and stereotypes that have long plagued the hit British sci-fi series, Doctor Who. For decades, the show has been a staple of British popular culture, introducing audiences to a vast array of alien species and time-traveling adventures. But as entertaining as the show may be, critics have long since pointed out that its treatment of diverse cultures is, at times, woefully inaccurate. Take, for instance, the infamous Judoon Patrol scene from the 2007 episode Smith and Jones, where a Welsh medic is mistaken for an alien and subjected to a series of humiliating racial stereotypes. This depiction was roundly criticized by Welsh audiences and pundits, who saw it as a painful rehashing of age-old colonial tropes. Another area of contention has been the show's depiction of natives, namely non-European, non-Western societies, as backward, uncivilized, or often non-existent. We see this in moments like the episode Planter from the sixth series, where advanced, polished societies are shown existing in the midst of pure wilderness. In this way, the show's creator, Stephen Moffat, unintentionally falls into the trap of primitivism, that tired, colonial trope where non-white cultures are relegated to a distant past, untouched by modernity. This lack of nuance is especially frustrating when you consider that Doctor Who has explored countless themes over the years, showcasing memorable character arcs and not a few cultural mishaps. Speaking of which, did you know that during the 2010 episode The Time of Angels, the Pontiffs, an ancient civilization of beings, are compared to First Nations peoples by actress and writer Jane Espenson? Espenson took umbrage with this comparison, pointing out that a more thoughtful representation of the subject could have elevated both Native American experiences and the overall narrative. The criticism surrounding Doctor Who isn't born from a call to cancel the show, but to improve it. What kind of impact can a series like this have when it commits to better representing diverse cultures, especially when it could, perhaps, model more inclusive storytelling? Think about it. Each person who watches the show has an impact. They are more than likely parents, teachers, and so on. As it stands, the number of options available for diverse protagonists on British television is minimal, particularly if you take representation on the production team into account as well. They should take our critical feedback seriously. As passionate fans, we shall be allowed to say that fans will just ignore that part. After all, the best creative work happens when they let fans have a say in things. As Wovians, representing positive role models in cultural settings is of prime importance. So the way we look at what's going on, do television shows get off scot-free? Perhaps even their representations have become optional or a must-have. It's our job as critics and informed viewers to point out the problems we see, encouraging no pushing this industry which everyone in media shares that, indeed, these details that become meaningful tools in shifting America's cultural consciousness.